Jamal Adams is done for the year. How is this happening? He ended up tearing his labrum and it has additional shoulder damage. He has to have surgery. It's the same shoulder that he injured last year. There's no timetable of exactly he'll be back. Maybe hopefully for training camp, but there's no timetable. The Saints expect, and it did happen, that Alvin Kamara will return versus the Jets, which he did, and that explains a lot of why the Saints won. Was not because they were just against the Jets, but they're so dependent on Alvin Kamara. Saints running back Mark Ingram and Washington football team pass rusher Montez Sweat out with COVID. It ended up happening that another Washington football team pass rusher ended up having COVID as well and missed the game against the Cowboys. Justin Fields cleared to play with the rib injury that he's missed 2 games with. He played against the Packers Sunday night. He didn't play terrible. He didn't play great in that middle range, which is fine when you're a rookie quarterback. Just try and stay in that middle range as much as you can, unless you can exceed it, in which case go for it. The Texans waive linebacker Zach Cunningham. Shocking move. He just signed an extension last year. It was shocking, but that's the way the NFL goes. It's those shocking moments. See what happens with the team. Jair Alexander returned to practice. Also, so had Aaron Rodgers, who returned to practice on Friday after missing 3 weeks without practicing. Ezekiel Elliott said the knee is fine and was not going to sit out. In fact, he said, "You're going to have to pull me off the field if you want me to sit out." The Cowboys also had activated defensive end Randy Gregory to the designated to return list, as he did return versus the Washington football team, had a key sack, and had an interception. And finally, Tom Brady also became passing completions leader, as now he has more completions than Drew Brees. He passed that against the Bills, and also on the final drive of the game in overtime to win the game, he threw touchdown number 700 to wide receiver Brashad Perriman. But now, officially, now at the end of this one, but I want to talk about this because this is true. This happened on Thursday, and it's a death that we don't want to talk about, but I will because it's very important. Former wide receiver of the Denver Broncos, New England Patriots, and New York Jets, Demarius Thomas has passed away at age 33. After, according to what his family had said, was seizures that he was suffering over the last year. When anyone dies and passes away, that's hard to deal with. For the family, the friends, especially the team. One thing I liked, though, what the Broncos did, and I felt it was very classy, they tributed him before the game. And to start the game, they only had 10 players on the field, which is very classy. It's the most classiest thing you can do in sports. When you go, we saw it happen back when Sean Taylor passed away. The Washington football team decided to only run with 10 players on defense, and they did. The Broncos did the same except on offense, only having 10 players on offense. There was a penalty which the Detroit Lions had declined in remembrance of Demarius Thomas. As I said, Demarius Thomas passed away at age 33. We will end the video with a moment of silence for Demarius Thomas and his family and friends.